4 hours outside the Westminster bubble, and here problems for the Prime Minister are clearly cutting through. The day began with an electoral earthquake. A constituency that's been Tory blue for its entire history today fell into the hands of the Liberal Democrats. Almost 200 miles away from Westminster, but not far enough to ignore allegations of sleaze and scandal that have dogged politicians in Westminster for weeks.
I think it's because of all the scandal that's just gone on television.
I believe that the people voted as an anti-Conservative vote.
But how far does this new mood extend across the nation? The Prime Minister spent the morning at a hospital in his own constituency, having to admit what went on in Number 10 last year distracted from the issues that matter.
Do you acknowledge that that vote against the Conservative Party was because of you?
Clearly, the vote in North Shropshire is a very disappointing result, and I totally understand people's frustrations. I hear what the voters are saying in North Shropshire, and in all humility, I've got to accept that verdict. Yes, Sam.
You trying to change the sleaze rules in favour of you and your colleagues, which triggered the by-election, which caused this defeat. Yes. Do you accept hands up responsibility for that?
Yeah, I do. It comes into the overall category of politicians talking about ourselves and those issues and seeming to be focused on those issues at the expense of the things that really matter to people. And so I think my job is to get over what we're doing more effectively.
Boris Johnson has an exceptional and unusual ability to connect with people, whether it's in North Shropshire or here in his adopted political home of Uxbridge in West London. People think he's a rascal, but on their side, they rarely feel indifferent towards our Prime Minister. But what if the by-election shows that those strongly held views are reversing in direction, even in places elsewhere, like here, in his own constituency?
It is those Downing Street and Whitehall parties and how he's handled that issue that really seems to have changed minds.
What do you think of Boris Johnson at the moment?
I still think he doesn't really know what he's doing or what he wants, you know. But
have you voted for him in the past?
I have, but I don't think I will be next time comes around.
What was the thing that had changed your mind, really?
I don't know. I think it was all the party and lies and you know, what went on.
I wish he could be a bit more honest and more decisive. The signals he gives to everybody is so confusing at the moment. We don't know whether we are coming or going. We need a new leader.
Would you vote for Boris Johnson again?
I don't think so. Not no more. Since the party, it threw me. And it's just took all the trust away.
Boris Johnson has held this seat as an MP for 6 years, but his own MPs, on his own benches, say to hold office as Prime Minister, he now needs to move on from sleaze and scandal.
Over the last couple of months, there have been some absolute missteps. No Prime Minister wants to have the story about him and what may or may not have gone on at Number 10. I mean, he can't afford for that to continue.
But that's exactly what's happened tonight. Cabinet Secretary Simon Case, the man appointed to investigate parties in Downing Street and Whitehall last year, has admitted he too went to one. Now tarnished, tonight he was taken off running the probe. In his place is Sue Gray, a former ethics chief who takes no prisoners. That will rattle some of those already implicated.
I do believe that the investigation that Sue Gray is going to be leading up, there's evidence there. They need to carry that investigation out very swiftly to restore the public trust and then hand over that evidence to the police.
Troubles mount, but it's in places like this where the public must judge. Do not underestimate rebellions that start in market towns like this one.